You know? But afraid. Do you know who you are? You know your tribe? Do you know the name of the Lord? What's the name of the Lord?
Jesus?
No.
God?
No. So, hey, like we said earlier, you got a zeal. You may have a zeal, but it's just not according to knowledge. Once you hear this word, then we're gonna see if you really love him or not. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, one more verse. It says, arise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord.
Hey, rise and stand, man. Behold the number of them that sealed in the feast of the Lord. Hey, the Lord promised that he said he ain't gonna drink until the day he can drink it anew with you in the kingdom, man. He preparing a wedding, a feast for us, man. I want to sit at that table with the Lord, man. I'm sure all the brothers up here want to sit at that table with the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know? All right, my man. Hey, that's an exclusive dinner that you gotta be someone important to be at, man. You know? And that's gonna be amazing, man. VIP, very important people. Okay? People just think that everybody just think that somebody so high as that, everybody gonna be able to receive that award, man. He's not inviting you to his wedding, man. Damn. Go ahead. That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Yeah, you gotta be disciplined, man. And in order to be disciplined, that means that you gotta keep yourself from certain things, man. You can't overindulge in certain things, man. For the most part, you gotta be focused on His word, man.
That's right.
Yahweh Shah was about His Father's business. He gave us the blueprint. He gave us the template. You know? See, these other people, you got athletes and things, and entertainers or whatever profession, they gotta be really disciplined in order to perfect their craft. But they do it for an incorruptible crown, man. Whether it's this terrible what do they call it? This corruptible money, this fiat money, or they actually doing it just for an actual ring or a trophy, man. You know, or some accolades or the praise of men. That's an incorruptible crown, man. Because the scriptures say that the fashion of this world is going to be burnt up, man.
Right.
But we do it for an incorruptible crown because this kingdom is going to last forever, and it's going to be, our stories is going to be told, man. You know? Hey, man, I wouldn't be surprised. Nah, that's probably too much. I mean, but go ahead.
Yep. This 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. It says, while we look not at those things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
That's right. So we look past this world, man. You know? We look past the things that this world can offer us because it's temporary. It's all temporary. What we look like putting our all into something that's just going to be, at any moment, can be snatched from us, man. You know? We look past those things. Read that again?
Yeah. This 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. It says, while we look not at those things which are seen, but the things which are not seen.
The things that are not seen, man. The things that we have to have faith and hope on, man. Just because it's not seen don't mean it ain't real, man. Because we wholeheartedly believe in the promise that the Lord gave, man. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Yeah, the things that are not seen are eternal, man. And that's what? That's the world to come. We don't see the world to come yet. You know? But guess what? We seen them afar off, man, like our forefathers did. We believed and we continued in this faith, man. Okay? And that's gonna be for eternity, man. Hey, that's a real good if you will, I can't get the exact word, but just that promise of something that's gonna be forever, that's enough to make you wanna to go, man. You know? Go ahead.
Luke 22, verse 28. Ye are the day
which have continued with me in my temptations. And I appoint unto you a kingdom, as my Father hath appointed unto me, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
There it goes, man. You know? Because they asked, hey, what will we receive for giving up everything? There you go, you gotta give something up. You know? And he said you're gonna sit on thrones, man. He just said that you're gonna sit at the table and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Okay? That's what you're gonna receive. Can you read that again real quick?
Luke 22 verse 28. Ye are they which have continued with me.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it was. Continue with him in his temptations, man. Okay? Because the scriptures say that if you suffer with him, then you shall also reign with him. That's why the Lord said you got to bear your cross, man. That's why the Lord said you got to be crucified in Yahweh Shai, man. You got to be crucified with him in baptism, in the word, man. You see? So then you can get the glory. Yahweh Shai had to go through it, and then he had to get the glory. I mean, then he got his glory. We have him as an example, man. Oh, the author and finisher of our faith. You know? Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, better is it to have no children, and to have virtue, for the memorial thereof is immortal, because it is known with the Most High and with men. Verse 2, when it is present, men take example at it, and when it is gone, they desire it. It weareth a crown, and triumpheth forever, having gotten the victory, striving for undefiled reward. Because when you have, I was just listening to an interview with Monique this morning, I guess it was with her husband, and she was talking about still that thing with Steve Harvey. And the interviewer was saying, well, we know he's not lazy because, you know, he works. But the thing is, he's forgotten who he is. And those rewards that it's talking about here that can be defiled, is the undefiled that we're seeking for. Those things, because no matter what we do, we're going to end up getting screwed over by Esau. And that's the thing her husband was talking about. He said, well, those people that won't do it, they end up in a certain place. And eventually our people seeking that bag, that money, that physical reward, the white man's going to do them in, and they're going to end up in the same place with the person that didn't do it. So at the end, what was the point?
How you going to believe somebody that never kept any of his promises, man? He's broken all his covenants. So you going to trust in him? Or you going to trust in someone who never broke any of his promises, man? Get where it says, where have you ever seen yeah, Sirach 2 and 10, yep. I think it's another one too. 3 seconds. Con.
This is Second Ezra's. Second Ezra's 7 and 41. Even so now, seeing corruption has grown up, and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly. Wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doeth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. Intemperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. And this is through the mouth of the prophets, like the brothers are just going into, where there's no future in America. There's no future in this life. Our future is for the world to come, in the world to come. So all of this that you believe that you're going to get your reward here now, that's a fairy tale. That's a misconception. That's not an idea that you can hold your hat on. This is an idea of death. This is the idea of your family to be killed, to be taken, right? But what we talking about is, what the brother was talking about, is a kingdom to come, where none of those things, none of those worries and fears that may come upon you or your family is going to be around. You know, where immortality is forever. You see, where righteousness is here with you, by your side, protecting you, pushing you through. where you could actually perform the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, where you would stand in his good gracious. This is the how you say, well, we practice now, but we want to live this daily, constantly, at all times.
Go get that Luke.
This is Luke 6:24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
Yeah, woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation, man. You know? So if that's what you're striving for, okay. You're just like Esau, man. When we say go ahead and Esau might as well enjoy it. You know? So if you're striving to be rich, you receive your consolation. Your consolation won't be that penny that's gonna get you on the chariot. You know? You don't get that reward. You can't. We already said it, man. You're not getting both. Okay? It's one or the other, man. Go ahead.
This is Mark 8:36. It says, for what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul?
Yeah, what is it gonna profit you? You gain this world but lose your soul, man. Hey, there was a scripture about the rich man. He was talking about something. Damn, I got too much. I might have to go break down my barn and build a whole nother one, man. And the Lord said, what? Thou fool, thou soul, I will require it of thee, man. You don't know when you're gonna die. That's one of the things Solomon said was vanity, man. You know, getting all rich and then you die and you leave those riches to a damn fool, man.
That's what those pyramids are like. That's what them pyramids are in Egypt. Those are storehouses for his riches, where he believed he could take it to the next life. He believed he could take tangible things into the spirit world. Yeah, that's nonsense. You know, and you hang your all and you pass down this wicked ass knowledge to your people.
Right.
It's for naught. It makes sure you can't take a gold goddamn cup into the damn spirit world, man. or a throne made of solid gold. This is madness. You see? The riches is the truth. The riches is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai dealing with you.
Yep.
Where you can feel it, where you know it in your spirit, man. Where it's like the scripture said, unfallible truths, man. Where truth is sprung up in you, man, and you see it in your Akim that's beside you. So you know you ain't got to carry him. He's going to carry you. This is a beautiful thing. This is what the body does. You see? The body works in tandem with each other.
Right. Right. Hey, it said naked I came into this world, naked I shall go out, man. You know? See, we understand that. Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy 6. Verse 6, but godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we carry nothing out.
It says certain you ain't gonna carry nothing out, man. You know? And everything that the Shaw was breaking down, man. It shows you, it said this is the true riches. You know, this is that's why the Lord, Yahweh Shai came to teach that, man. Man shall not live off bread alone, but by every words of the Lord. He was teaching you that, hey man, this wisdom is more valuable than rubies, man. Nothing should be compared to it. Because if you take this route, okay, then the Lord gonna protect you, man. Okay, he'll provide everything that you need, man. Okay? Now go ahead and get on this Sirach, the 10th chapter. I mean, 2 and 10. And then I also want Psalm 37. You know?
This is Sirach, or Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Most High and was confounded?
Yeah, look at the generations of old. You know, and see, did anybody trust in the Most High and was they confounded, man? And how you look at the generations of old, obviously, you got to go into the scriptures, man. And see if you believe in the scriptures or you don't, man. You know? You got people, well, how do we know? Do you claim that you're an Israelite? You claim that you believe in the Bible, man. You know? So if you believe in the Bible, believe what it said. When did he, go ahead, keep going, actually.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, man? You know, meaning we fear him, we don't fear the so-called white man. We don't fear the devil. Go ahead.
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Yeah. Whom did the Lord despise that called upon him, man? The scriptures say that he's near, the Lord is near unto them of a broken and contrite spirit, man. You know? If you call, hey man, if you was to call upon, if our whole nation was to call upon the Lord, he would come and deliver us, man. That's why the Lord said he hear them, the mark is being set upon them, the sign that's crying, man. The Lord wants you to beg him. How much, Luke 12 chapter, it goes into that, man. The Lord wants you to beg him, man. Give him no rest until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. When has he not been a man of his word, man? Go ahead.
Verse 12, woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways.
Yeah, see what I tell you, man. Double-minded man, double-minded man. You don't really believe. You unstable, man. That mean you ain't really got the true wisdom, man. Okay? Because this wisdom makes you stable. All right?
But real quick. And that's why the shackles, that's why the shackle, vocab talked about how the shackles was on Paul, and he wished that the Edomite Herod, what's his name, Felix or whoever it was, Festus, whatever his name was, in Acts 26 chapter, where it says that that I would not want you to be in bonds like me. Well, what the true bonds are? The true bonds is not understanding the truth, or not even gaining the truth. What the scriptures say? That the truth shall set you free. So those chains or them handcuffs or persecution or anything that come upon you is not to be compared with the freedom that's in your spirit when you gain that truth. You see, that shackle, that concentration camp or anything, because this is what we going into, right? Where they're going to persecute us like they did Paul, put us and throw us in dungeons. But remember the scripture where Peter, where his handcuffs was just loosed off him.
Right.
And this is what's going. This is what's happening to us spiritually. Our shackles is being loosed off us, man. Where the truth is now sprung up and is the real key to those locks, man. You see? And we unlocking those goddamn falsehoods. That's a beautiful thing. So when the Felix or that guy, whoever it was, his jailer, said that these locks, he didn't understand what it is. He said, "You almost convinced me to be a Christian." Well, if you're an Edomite, you can't be convinced. It is not going to marinate with your spirit. You see? So the locks, the actual shackles is on our minds and our spirits. The untruths, the falsehoods. You don't understand the spirit of the words. Right. Vocab.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 5 verse 5. I will get me unto the great men, and will speak unto them, for they have known the way of the Lord, and the judgment of their power. But these have altogether broken the yoke and burst the bonds.
See? And that's the great men is going to get that, man. Because they know the Lord. They would say, man, not knowing the Lord is those chains, man. But they have altogether broken the bonds and, what did it say? I forget the word.
Yeah, can I read it again? But these have altogether broken the yoke and burst the bonds.
Yeah, broken the yoke and burst the bonds, man. You know? See, what our people don't realize is that when you walk in according to the spirit, it gives you way more freedom than you walking according to the flesh, man. You walking in the spirit gives you life. You walking in the flesh, it gives you death, man. Okay? That's the real change, man. But you became comfortable with hell. You became comfortable with death. Oh, get the covenant of death real quick.
This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge.
See, that's what our people did, man. You know? You think that just because you doing what the so-called white man said, okay, that when he comes in like a flood, you gonna be okay. You know? It said, but what did it say? You made lies your refuge, man. All right, go ahead.
And under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Under falsehood have you hid yourself, man. Trusting in the covering of Egypt, man. You know? Your judgment was off, man. They have no idea that the Lord is really in control. This is how you know the Lord, man. If you don't believe that he's in control, man. It's going to look like the so-called white man got a lot of power. It said he think that when he's about to fill his belly, man. You know, so it's going to look like, damn, his plans, his counsels are standing. You know, but those of us that truly know the Lord, that truly believe in the Lord, you know, we know that he's going to be taken down, man. You know, and fairly easily when the Lord comes, man. All right? Was that it on that?
No.
Huh?
Verse 16, therefore thus saith the Most High Power, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste.
Man.
Judgment also.
He that believeth shall not make haste, man. There it goes about keeping the word of his patience. There it goes again about suffering, man. Suffering in this world that hates the Lord, man. You think it's all about enjoying yourself in a world that hates the Lord? That means there's something wrong with you, man. Go ahead.
Verse 17, judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. And the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place. Verse 18, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand.
That's what's going to happen, man. You know, your covenant with death shall be disannulled, man. Your agreement with hell shall not stand, man. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. And like I was saying, when push comes to shove, these so-called white men ain't going to honor their promises, man. You think if it came down to feeding his kid and feeding your kid, they're going to choose yours because it was in the agreement? Are you out of your mind? They already showed they don't care about you, man.
Well, don't they teach us our little kids sharing is caring? What happened with that? But when you get grown, there's no more sharing, huh? Or caring. You know, they put our people out. I heard a bunch of welfare people is off the rolls. They said they was going to take off. But Trump said he's going to take a bunch of people. Huh?
3 million.
3 million off the welfare rolls, man. That's not sharing or caring.
Oh, what else? Oh, he got approved to funding the wall, man. 2.5 billion. So where's all this money coming from? You know, you would think that they so broke because they so reluctant on helping Jake out, who's been serving them for 400 years. Okay? But they got a wall now. You know what I'm saying? They taking Jake off. Well, they doing all these. Oh, and also said that under Trump, that I forget the exact number, but it was in the billions. How many people paid taxes, man? You would think that he would have, like he said, he was gonna cut taxes, man. So they know exactly what they doing, man. You know. But meanwhile, they getting themselves rich. You had Biden, whatever his name is, he made 10 million. It says since he's been out of the office with Obama, man.
Wow.
So what they do is they put their people in their offices, so that when they done, the people who make the laws, it's gonna be favorable to people like them, man. You know? So meanwhile, the middle class is shrinking, becoming more poor, while these bastards is getting more and more rich, man.
Well, their Constitution said we the people, but Jake wasn't a people at that time. So who was he really speaking to? Like you said, who are they really bidding to? Because I know my taxes tripled this goddamn year. This is fucking insane, man. You know, I'm serious, man. The shit tripled. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't make no more last year than this year or this year last year, but my shit tripled. And people like me in my job. You see? So I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? One man take office, all of a sudden shit triple.
And you know what they do? They tax on the same dollar multiple times. That's how wicked they are. Because when your employee pay you, they have to pay a certain tax for you too. And then you gotta pay a tax on that too.
And when you buy stuff, it's another tax.
So it's just, they continuously taxing the same damn dollar, man. You know? That's the scheme and the wickedness of this devil. Then where's all the taxes going? It's supposed to be for the people. You know? The government is supposed to organize everything and take care of the people, man. But meanwhile, the people are suffering while they getting better and better, man. You know? Hey, that's the same thing that was going on with our people, man. They was getting all fat from the people of the Lord, man. You know, and they was gonna be judged, man. And the scriptures say, man, riches gotten by deceit. The kingdom is gonna be translated from one to another, man. And the fact that you are so unjust, it proves that you are not a nation under God, man. Like you proclaim. All right? You got something? You got?
That's a great place.
Okay, Con, go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 73, verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
They set their mouths against the heavens, man. You know? Hey, the scripture said in Daniel that they shall speak great things against the Most High. Matter of fact, you get that. You know? Daniel, when it says, I think it's the 7th chapter, when they seek to change times.
Yeah, 7. I got it.
You know, but that's what he do, man. But this is the pride of the so-called white man. And you Israelites really gonna have the nerve to follow somebody like that, man. I mean, that's just crazy.
No, it's fine.
Hey, bro, that's not gonna overheat. I don't think that camera gonna overheat if you don't wanna hold it.
All right, yeah.
You know? Go ahead. Go ahead.
It also said their tongue walketh through the earth, because the Lord is, as you're going to read, has given them the power in order to make certain laws and constitutions and things of that according to their own righteousness. And like you were saying before, that's why Esau is striving to fully fulfill his promise, his blessing that the Lord gave unto him right now. And that's something that he's not sharing with us, which is why God said to labor to enter into his rest, because the Lord's rest is synonymous with his promise that he gave unto us. So just like you were saying, Esau's not going to share anything with us, because right now, this is his time to fulfill his promise, just like we're going to read right here in Daniel. So you got it.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Come, because as it stands now, people look up to this man, so-called Edomites, so-called white people, as God, as a God, all right? And he's perfecting his technology, all right, to the point where it just came over the wire about them interfacing technology with the brain, the human brain.
Yep.
So it's all kind of miracles that are about to come about, you know? And people gonna fall for it.
That IT field keeps growing in money too. I recently watched a video to where it said that data, the stock for data is worth more than oil now. So that's why these other leading companies like Amazon, IBM, Windows, Microsoft, they're all investing into what's it called, data, because that's essentially what the RFID chip is going to be storing. It's going to be storing data, you know, which that's part of Esau's enterprise. Which the word enterprise is wisdom or chachama. Okay, can you I believe it's Job chapter 5 verse 12. You know, which that's the full out agenda of you so-called white people, all right, or the elites of your nation, the Rockefeller, the Rothschilds. They want to implement that chip, okay, and that's going to be their full out. That's going to be the full out hoorah, all right. So grab that real quick.
Job 5 verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
He said he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay? So what it means by that is that although Esau is going to be able to implement that chip, all right, to a certain extent, he's not going to full out fulfill his agenda. Okay? Because that's not on the list of prophecy. The list of prophecy does not state that Esau Edom is going to be living in a world to where everybody's chipped, everybody's under the full-on rulership of Esau, and under the full-on control of Esau Edom. All right, that's not going to happen. But the Heavenly Father is going to use that as a tool during the hour of temptation. Okay, which that's one of the main tools that the Heavenly Father is going to use to try your faith. All right, and that's why we prepare our people on this side right now, this day. All right. Because the scriptures say that we are set up as watchmen for our nation. All right? If you could grab that in Ezekiel, yeah, there's one in Isaiah too. Can you grab that one book, shop? Yeah.
This is Revelation 13 and 12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonder, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And this is the point. And it deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, right? Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image of the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So this is talking about Esau and his system, where it says that he causes them which dwell on the earth to be deceived by the miracles that he performed. And this is what the Aki was just talking about. Those miracles, brain chipping and sight to the blind. Stevie wanted to get sight after 60 years. Walking and shit, you know what I'm saying? Somebody had told me, well, I don't see nothing wrong with a brain chip, long as you can help a person that can't see to see, or help a person that can't walk to walk. I don't see a problem with it. Well, you don't understand that Esau is the damn demon. He's going to use his miracles to cause wickedness. This is what he does. It seems like a good idea to give blankets and food to the so-called North American Indians. It seemed like a good gesture, but what was in it?
They never talk about the cons. Of course there's pros to it. That's part of the reason why people go sign up to get the chip. But what about the cons? All right, what about how it detriments you, okay? You know, Esau never talk about that. He always talk about the things that of so-called positivity, not knowing that in the chip there's something called cyanide, all right? Which if you do anything against the agenda that they have set, they're gonna kill you, okay?
They showed you that in Kingsman.
Yep.
With all the people, you know, thinking they're having a party, all the elite and everything, and all of a sudden they goddamn their brain is on the goddamn ceiling and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's full out control for another man. You have another man is fully in control of what you can do, beside the Heavenly Father. And there's nothing wrong with that? You mean to tell me a man can send signal waves to a chip that's imprinted in your skin to make you act a certain type of way? And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah. Another man is fully in control of your life.
Right.
Beside the Heavenly Father.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. But you can see that.
Seen the Belko experiment?
Yeah.
It's a movie where they implanted all the employees with a chip in their head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a detonator that they can just blow the chip up.
Yeah.
People's ears would just get blown off.
Right. If you don't follow the instructions.
Yup. Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. It says,